All right, let's go. Let's get into this tonight. This is it's gonna be an interesting stream tonight because it's a different game. It's not necessarily a new game, but it's something that I just encountered, and it's been out for a little while now. I'm not sure when it released. It still says early access. It's from Paradox Interactive, which is the creator of many of my favorite games, and yeah, so. Basically, Foundry is a mix of something like Minecraft Lite and Satisfactory / Factorio. The idea is you're this robot guy, and you're dropped on a planet, and you've got to create a company to economically dominate a galaxy that you're in. And there's a bunch of different types of planets. So I'm going to start a new game quick, just to show you what it's like when you start a new game. And then we'll jump to my save that I've been working on since earlier this week. So we're going to do a new game. Foundry is like the base planet. It's balanced in every way. Paradox Prime features an abundance of resources. Navarra's fully covered in snowy tundra has a little more resources than average. Tatooine, on this planet, metals are slightly less frequent, but it features a lot of alumite. Thalen, hot planet considered less general around desert resources are evenly distributed. So I'm going to do Foundry again. And I like to... We're going to skip tasks, intro tasks, and narrative. What I do is... I just max out the richness of everything when I play. Because I'm playing a game. You know? And that's just what I do. I want to have fun with it, you know? Yes, Tatooine mentioned. Indeed. Indeed. Stamps, what's going on? Austin joining us. How you doing, Austin? And Hitman and Lapone. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Okay. So we're going to start a game here. Now, there's more to it. You can see, I mean, just by the screenshot, you can tell the game gets pretty in-depth, pretty big. I just want to play a new game just to show you how small it is when you start. So
welcome, operator. It looks like you already know what you're doing.
Shut up. So yeah, go away. I don't care. So yes. So we start, and this is actually a neat starting location. I started in a very different location. It's the reason I call it Minecraft Lite is because you can do things like that. You can dig. You can build up. Now the building, it's not quite Minecraft where you just get blocks to build with. That's my landing location. And okay, so here's some things here. You start out and you go, okay, I'm gonna come over here and just grab this stuff. This is one of the primary resources that you need. And, you know, the game can get quite complicated. I'm probably what would be considered late early game or early mid game in my save, and we'll see that in a few minutes. But when you start, it's really simple. And honestly, the game is just very, very fun. I'm going to come over here and grab some of this material. This is a whole different ore that we need. Now, Austin, bear with me, because you saw me trying to figure this out the other day when I was just hanging with you in a video call. But I just wanted to show what the start is like. Again, just to illustrate the difference. Because it's pretty neat, you know, you're sitting here, you got a beautiful planet. These are all voxels, and for those of you who don't know what voxels are, it's a tech that was it kind of developed a long time ago as a neat way to develop games that had destructible terrain. And you don't see them too much just because of the way things have gone with game development, but, you know, it's a glorious planet, and ultimately, you have to fix that thing up in the sky. It's a huge space station up top. Yep, that was Kitty. Kitty. Okay, so now you got all this ore that you got, and you go back to your little starter thing here, and you say, okay, you've got some entry-level smelters here on your little thing. So we insert those there, and we insert those there, and these little tiny smelters are going to give you your first starter plates that you need to make things. And right off the bat, we need to make... I'm going to make an ore scanner, because that's just something we need. And then we're just going to start creating things, like a loader and a conveyor belt. So conveyor belts, for those of you who play Satisfactory and Factorio, they move stuff from one place to another. But what's unique about this is that you need to put everything on a foundation. I mean, you could theoretically put it on ground, but it won't work because the building block is what powers everything. And the way it transfers power is you put your your biomass burner, your first gen thing here, on it, and it creates power for you. So I'm just going to take some of those, take some of that, grab some of these. So you need to get biomass, which is from plants of all sorts. The graphics are a little bit more cartoony than No Man's Sky, frankly, but very similar. Hey Matthew, what up? Is the Jagdpanzer G1 good? Jagdpanzer is good in general. You just gotta know how to play a casemate, that's all. I'm not good with casemates. Full disclosure. Alright, so let me see here. We're gonna make a bunch of these. Alright. I'm gonna go put more of this in here so it keeps working. I'm gonna come back over. Oh, hey. Little animal. Little buddy. Hey, buddy. So, go back here. Just make sure that's topped off once again and take those. Top that off and take those. Okay, so, all right, all these pop-ups on my stream computer. What is the next discount sale going to come in War Thunder? The summer sale is the next big one that's coming. And if you go look at European Canadian stream / posts from, I believe, today, he kind of goes into detail about what's being rumored to come for that, and it could be pretty good. So let me see here. I made a bunch of these. So the one thing I don't like about this is, I don't need to make an ore scanner. It's in our inventory already. You're limited by toolbars, and once you move on, it becomes kind of a pain because you have to swap things in and out because you only have 3 toolbars. Now, to be fair, I'm only in the second science, which isn't... That means I'm not that far in the game yet. All right, so I put that there. Let me make one of those, one of those, one of those. Where did that go? Oh, that made... Okay, whoops. All right, so we'll put that there, that there, that there. Gonna need 2 biomass burners because we're gonna work this in a split. So I was lucky in my first save that my 2 starter patches were not this far away from each other. But yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go just like that. I need to make those 2. We're gonna put this guy right here. And then your bread and butter automated mining thing for pretty much the entire start of the game and thereafter is this thing. It's called a robot miner. And once I put some stuff in it, there we go. That's going to make the power. And there they go. All right. And they're getting all the stuff that I need for now. So my 2 starting patches in my other save, you'll see in a minute, which are still keeping me going at the beginning of the game, were much closer. And I was able to connect them early on with just one thing. But I'm kind of playing lazy right now. So the reason I say one thing is this right here. The foundation, as I said, is what powers everything on it to a certain degree. I gotta get some more this, and this, and this. Just getting some more biomass so we can automate the gathering of resources. And what's nice is, similar to Factorio and Satisfactory, is and away they go. Boop, 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 boop. Off they go. What's nice is, similar to the other games that I mentioned, all the things that produce anything in this game have a onboard cache. So like this, the automated miner will hold 200 of the resource that they're mining right there. Just grab those and insert that. Insert more in there, grab that. All right, we're going to come here and take that and just come over here and insert it. So then, of course, the next step would be to make a couple of smelters. And I need one more of those. I'm going to need another one of those. And a bunch of those. So we go like that. And then this is the way you bring power to another level. Not really doing anything for plan right now, just to kind of, again, illustrate the beginning of the game. All right, and then this is a smelter. So the way you get things out is you have to use these gigantic interfaces that interface with everything. So you have to remember, you have to leave a little bit of space for everything So it automatically pulls out. And these things awesomely have unlimited throughput, which honestly is kind of nice. I don't need to worry about it. So this is going to automatically feed into the smelter, and the smelter is just going to do its thing. Now, everything has a screen on it, so it's kind of important to... It's not really important, but it's kind of nice to keep all screens on one side. All right, now we're going to come over here. And we're just going to... Let's see what do we got going here. Just going to go like this. So you can see, because this plant was here, it automatically blocked the building of my foundation there. Oops, I need 2 more of these. So what's nice is there isn't just a fixed rate that this fuel burns. If I pull out 600 kilowatts, which is the max power output of this particular little burner, it runs through the stuff pretty quick. But since I'm only pulling 100 watts or 200 watts, it doesn't burn through it as quick. It's neat that it's not linear. I like that. Take those. Take those. And these are all the building blocks. Like I said, we'll do this one more here. Output. Input. Take a path. And there we go. Yay! Now, what's funny is it takes about 8 smelters to max out this red line right here. Give or take a few. So I could build up... You can scale pretty quickly in the early game. And you can get going very quickly. You know, there's a nice how-to. There's a nice introductory instruction session on what to do that gets you into the game and on your way to building all this stuff. I'm going to save the game here. Just going to call this ATG live stream start. Live stream. What? ATG live stream. There. Okay. Now, we're going to fast forward a bit because I find where I'm at in my save much more interesting. There it is. Yes, Austin, you're gonna you're gonna laugh. Load game Ahab 1. Yes. Okay. Welcome to my stream, my save. Where am I here? Okay. So what I'm standing in a whole little sub-factory I just created for the sole purpose of creating concrete. And you can see I've got a whole bunch of stuff working here. And how do you make concrete? Well, you need a specific resource in game, which, and this map gives you kind of a teaser of what I've done with my factory so far. You need one resource, mineral rock. Now, you don't just create a mine on mineral rock, right? In this game, where other games you put a mine down, and like in Factorio, you spread out a whole bunch of miners on a resource, and those miners unload onto a conveyor belt, and that conveyor belt you then probably put on trains to take that stuff elsewhere. Well, no, you actually have to get down to the resource in this game. So, I'm a good way into the game, and I'm still using the robot miners. And this is a resource bundle that you need for concrete. June or July, Red Rose. Matthew. So, I didn't just... You would think, Ahab, how did you dig all this hole out? right? How you can't just dig all that one at a time, right? It doesn't work as fast as Minecraft, right? No, my friends. We have explosives. We have explosives. I don't know if it's multiplayer. I haven't seen if it's multiplayer or not. C4. And here is a great example. Look on this map here. See how it says lava cave shaft? I'm going to just use that as an example for what the C4 does, so I don't ruin my setup. But I'll also show you what a lava cave shaft leads to when you utilize it properly. Let me see here. Is this it? No, that's not it. I gotta go over here. But you can see, like, I just went from a forest terrain to now I'm in tundra. It's snowy here. And, like, in the distance over there's some huge-ass mountains. This game is really neat when it comes to biomes. All right, so theoretically, yep, here I am. All right. Just gonna start with one. Oh no, I toppled that. Boo-hoo. Just gonna... So, well. That's another thing. You fall into a hole you can't get out of, you just respawn. Now, again, in the top left of my my YouTube and Twitch stream, you'll see that it says early access. And, you know, I didn't know it was early access when I saw one of my favorite YouTube content creators making content on this. So, yes. It goes deep. So, anyway, that's how you get to resources. Yeah, watch European Canadians videos, and he'll give you more information than I can give. Yes, that's exactly what you said. So this right here is my starting patch for this save, and check this out. Literally right over here is the starting patch of my other resource, which you can see got me going pretty good, right? But Austin, you remember, you know, this right here is pretty much all you'll remember from the phone call we did, the video call we did the other day. Austin, that right. These smelters right here. So this is where I set up my original burners for power, and you can see I don't need them anymore because I have these guys down here, which are these massive things that put out 1.8 megawatts per unit. And they run off this resource, which you don't discover until a little bit later, which I have a small patch of it right here, which is nice. These guys are just feeding it, among other things. But I also need this stuff to make steel, which I have a very entry-level steel situation going on right here, just so I can handcraft a whole bunch of stuff. But they also, more importantly, go into making C4. But anyway, let's give you guys a little tour. So my starter patches, this is my science setup right now. It's kind of on hold because I just unlocked the next science, and I don't have a setup for it. But this factory basically is making everything I need to create what's called a bus. And a bus is basically, you can see it up here, all conveyor belts with the most commonly used items, so you can easily pull off and make things with them. That's the point of these factory games. In this one, like I said earlier, you're trying to dominate the galactic economy, and one of the ways I'm doing that right now is making this thing right here, which is called a mobility bot. I put it on this landing pad, and every once in a while a ship comes down. There we go. Doop, doop, doop. There's a ship. Ship takes a bunch. And then the ship takes off. And you can see my space station in the distance there is a lot more put together. Bye, spaceship. So yeah, this item right here has no purpose other than going into space. Yeah, I think something's going on with that right there. Anyway, this item has no purpose other than going into space and being used as a trade item for that part of the game, which is kind of nice because I don't need it here. But as I said, so the bus, you pull things off and you make things with it. Like, for example, over here, I'm pulling off these plates into these production facilities, and they're outputting these doohickeys right there, which you need to make other things. And then over here is my start of what I call a mall. So right here is all the... I have automated, basically a facility that's making all the things I need to expand my factory. Yes, kind of spaghetti. So, remember that lava tube where I was showing you guys how C4 works in this game? This is what they're used for. Excuse me. So, there are some materials in this game. Some I haven't discovered yet, as far as I'm aware of, and one that I have discovered and use, but not quite in full yet. You can't just put them in a normal foundry and form them into shapes and everything and to be used for, you know, manufacturing. You have to come all the way down here and use lava caves. Now, I just happen to have made a couple of... And this is what I was talking about. I see, even as far into the game as I am, I only have 3 bars to use. So I have to cycle stuff in and out of my bars. So here is a... This is a lava foundry. Is that what it's called? What is it called? Lava smelter, excuse me. And it literally goes on the lava. It's like that thing would process all the materials that I need for it. But so the problem is that this is literally just an elevator for me, which, you know, that's low-key okay, because, you know, you kind of have to hand crank things to get going in any manufacturing game. But as you can see, these lava caves are just basically a whole level of this planet, of this game. Right? They're procedurally generated just like the surface is. So it theoretically goes on forever. Right? So what I want to do in this... where's my elevator? Elevator? Oh. Whoops. Well, I don't want to... We'll drill my way out of this. Oh, I can't get in. What kind of rock is that? All right, you know what? So anyway, what I want to do tonight on stream, if I can, is basically use C4 to blow up my way down into the lava caves with a freight elevator so that I can start doing what I need to with lava foundries. And once again, I'm just going to respawn because why waste time? So here we are, back in my starting position. And just back over here where I have my little mall. You have a little station here to interact with the space station. And early on, you're going to have specific things that you have to repair before you can really start progressing in the game. And there's a currency in the game called Firmalite, which you have a set limit that you can store on your space station, and then you start getting taxed. And you can see that by... If you go in here, see it says external storage fees. There's nothing right now because my Firmalite isn't being stored off. But they tax you if there's too much... if you're storing too much outside of your space station. So it behooves you to come in here and expand your Firmalite storage. Mine right now with extension 1 is up to 20,000. But I'm going to do extension 2 so I can have a little bit more overhead there. The galaxy map, it's pretty large. The goal is to basically dominate this procedurally generated galaxy and eliminate all these other corporations that are out here. There's tons of them. As you can see, I've already started working on one. I have 46% of the market share of this planet. And that's only because I'm only sending transport bots to that planet. And then I'm making Firmalite by sending those transport bots. I am selling transport bots off my station at a plus 50% markup, which is making me good amounts of Firmalite. I don't see a reason to really play with prices in this yet. I'm just going to set everything I'm going to sell on here. I'm going to sell plus 50% because I don't need to sell. I don't want to sell a lot. I just want to make more money as soon as I can. All right, I need to make some more C4. What is my favorite game, Matthew? That's a tough question to answer because the wonderful thing about video games is that there are so many video games out there, and I'm a person that enjoys many different things. I enjoy games like this. I enjoy games like War Thunder. I enjoy playing Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto RP. You guys don't even know, or most of you don't know, or most of you might not know. You know, I like soccer. You know, I've got the Liverpool flag behind me. I love soccer. I play a lot of Football Manager in my private time, off stream. A lot of Football Manager. I love that game. Thousands of hours in just about every version released. You know, so Matthew, to ask what my favorite game is, it's a tough question because when it comes down to it, I'm just a gamer and I love playing games. But in giving you a list right now, War Thunder, Football Manager, Schedule 1, Foundry, Factorio, City Skylines. Yeah, just look through my stream list and see the games that I've streamed recently, and that's my favorite games currently. My favorite nation in War Thunder other than France? That's a great question. I would honestly have to say... Japan and Sweden are very close in my heart. Japan, I think, is after France is my next favorite, then Sweden, and then Russia. I still have 20 there. All right, I've got to come back here and store some stuff. What about you, Matthew? What's your favorite nation? All right, so store that, store that, store that. All right, I need to make... Where is it? It's here. I need more base materials? You need to get rid of that. Auto sort is a wonderful feature. I don't think I need pipes anytime soon, so I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that in there. I don't need an elevator anytime soon. All right. So I want to come and grab... How many of these do I have? I'm going to grab that. And then we're just going to come over here and steal a couple of these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? We'll come over here and get a fourth too, just for equality's sake. Okay, and now that we have all that, I am going to make a lot of explosives because reasons. So let's talk about science quickly, because in any game like this, there needs to be some sort of scientific research done. And what's neat is, so this is a computer that you can select your science to research, but notice I don't have anything going into it, right? This interfaces with all the science computers wherever they would be on the planet. So mine happen to be, excuse me, over here. These boxes right here. You can see I have the science going in here. And it controls that. So I don't need to be near my wherever my science lab would be. Part of the reason when I started in the save, I showed you the concrete. Part of the reason I did that is because I need to start making these green science packs, which is science level 3. And you can see the tech tree is pretty freaking big. It's not as big as Factorio's is yet, but I presume it's going to get there. So you can see I've done everything that required a blue, a red, and a red-blue. But you can see I have a filter loader. Ooh, that means you can mix belts. That's cool. We can make construction material. Rubber Duck, what's going on, bud? How are you? That is a lot of stuff to make construction material. Wow. What's this? Basic alumite processing. That's a chemical. Lights 3. Inventory size 3. Hull improvements for the space station early on. What else do we have? We got batteries, chemical processing, circuit boards. Ooh, drone miner 2. Drone count 4, drone range 8. That's infinitely better. Oh, and one of the neat things, and now this was also in Factorio. I don't remember if it's in Satisfactory. But one of the neat things about this game is when you go and upgrade buildings. Check this out. You grab the newer building and you just highlight the older building and boom, just point and click, replace. That's really neat in my opinion. You know, Factorio, you just kind of overwrite what's there, which is fine. And it's just, you know, it's the same process in a way. But in the same, for a game like this, like Satisfactory, I don't think you could do that because the upgraded buildings are different. I'm going to put all that extra stuff in there. All right, and I need to come over here and grab some stuff off a conveyor belt. I need to grab... grab a bunch of these guys. Now, I will say picking stuff up off a conveyor belt in this game is a little bit more difficult, or at least you can't run and pick up more like you can in Factorio. But I'm going to grab these just to grab a stack. because these things help me make things. All right, I think that's all I need for now. All right, and you can see, you know, because the foundation spreads power, firepower, it spreads power. You can see I've like spidered things off. So off in that direction, where these conveyor belts is coming from, is a steel sub factory. You can see over here, and that's making steel in large quantities, and it's making these bits right here in large quantities. Hey, Base Sphere, what's going on, buddy? And then you can see, you know, that goes over to the lava tube over there, and then these are high voltage power, which is different than the power that's going through the foundation, and that's going off. That bridge goes over to a massive steam generation plant. 6 of them, actually. And you can see I've got a conveyor belt because I set up a nice mine over here. Again, used explosives to make myself a cavern. And go up there. Put it into some storage facilities. And this takes it over to the steam turbines, which are over there, which I'm not going to show you right now because... Oh, look! Jungle biome. Yet another biome. Oh, planet. And where is my... Now that it's nighttime, you can see my space station a little bit more. Clouds move through. It's kind of nice. So, over here is another one of those... lava pits. You can see I've kind of used some explosives already. 2. Now, the thing about it is... It won't explode things until it's reached the bottom. Yeah. So the other thing about this game is there's no fall damage. Yeah, just kind of deep. Vault extension completed. So you can see, for those of you watching on YouTube and Twitch, you can see in the top right, there's a profit tracker to show you how much of the Fermilite I'm bringing in per day. Hey, Emil. Passing by. Good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Bonne nuit. Let's jump. Ah, okay. Did we reach the bottom? Is that where we're at here? Well, that's the thing. I don't... That's the thing, like, the lava caves are like the absolute bottom, I think. I could be wrong. I mean, that kind of did something, eh? Do you actually have to... Oh, this could be a different material that you actually have to drill into. To, like... Hold on. There we go. You can't just do surface here. You can't just do surface here, apparently. You have to dig into it. That's a neat mechanic. Oh, dear. That didn't do anything. What about over there? That looks like a different rock. No, that's not doing anything anymore. Hey, Ahmed, how are you, buddy? Happy Friday night / Saturday morning to you. Oh, wait. That broke. Is that breaking more? Ah, there we go. Whoa. Okay. 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 So... is there a health bar? No, there's no health bar. There's literally... There's no... as far as I've found, there's no damage in this game. Ah, why is the flashbang not working right now? Can I drill this out? Yep, I can drill that out and everything. Cool. Well, let's just throw some C4 around and see what we can deform. Because I feel like I kind of need more space than this to do what I need to do. Or do I? Wonder... can I use C4 to get rid of you guys? Because that would help. It seems I have broken whatever bug is happening there. Yes, there we go. Much better. Okay. All right. We're just gonna throw one over there. That's a nice sizable lava pool over there. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna keep blowing things up. We're just gonna keep blowing things up. Big bada boom. Big boom. Big bada boom. Actually, that works nicely. So now I'm just going to build a bit of a platform here. Oop. Just don't forget. Can we get 5 big booms? Yeah, give me a second. Just want to build out this platform a little bit. Just fill up all these spaces so I don't fall in if I come over here. I'm probably going to be going over in this direction, which is fine. I wonder what those have in them. I don't know if I can... oh, wait a second. I haven't tried this yet. Oh, no. So the granite walls you can't really do anything to, apparently. Alright. Oh, hey, alright. Well, those fell off kind of in a neat way. Alright, let me see here. I need to make a freight elevator. There it is. I need 2 pieces of a freight elevator. So folks on TikTok and YouTube, please don't forget to like the streams. It helps my content and it helps get stuff like this game out there that helps people find a game like this. Okay, I think I literally need to... Where's my Fredo? There it is. I need to put it down like right here. Yes! That's exactly where I needed this to go. Lee Bowman, thanks for the likes on TikTok. Appreciate that. All right, so can I see... Let me see here. Where's my... So theoretically, my personal elevator is somewhere in that direction. I'm looking in the direction. So, okay. Neat. So the one thing about the freight elevator, though, is, well, it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't take people. It doesn't take people up. So the other thing I need to do here is take a power node back up. And I think what I'm doing here, I'm going to be going over in that direction, so I kind of need these to be open. So is there room here? Yeah, there's room here. We'll go right here, and we'll just go. You know what? I'm gonna do this the jank way. Ready for this, chat? Okay, did that work? Did that kick me off? Now, theoretically, there might be an easier and more intelligent way to do this, but this is just the way Ahab's doing it, because the way Ahab would get out of this hole would be to either find my personal elevator or use the I'm stuck button that you saw me use a couple times earlier. But this... Oh, we still have a long way. This doubles in the fact that I'm both getting out of this hole. I'm getting to a place where I need to be because I need to place the top of the freight elevator. And I am building my my power link, my low voltage power link, which is needed for getting work done down there. This is the most riveting content ever, am I right, chat? And we're up. Now I'm just going to bring my base over. Or my foundation, I should say. All right. Captivating. Thank you. It is totally captivating, isn't it? All right, I don't need those two there because we have the link established. And then all I need to do to complete the freight elevator, which I think is really neat, is change it to the top portion and boom. Automatically. as long as there's nothing, you see where the blue lines were that I kind of followed up. As long as there's nothing inhibiting the path from the bottom to the top, it will auto-generate the freight elevator, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Freight elevator goes down and up. It automatically takes stuff that goes into this portion, yeah, into this portion down, and out of this portion is obviously coming up. So now, what we need to do is I need to get some more. Oh dear, I'm stuck. I don't know what you are. You look like some weird coral, but there we go. And we'll just fill that in so nobody falls in there again. I need to make some more of these power cables, these power poles. I'll make 20 of them, because I will eventually use all of them doing something. And then I need to go over here. So that right there is my personal elevator down to the lava level. And then over here, as you can see, it's not too far. Is the freight elevator. So what I actually need to do, screw it. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to do this. From the elevator, it is... I don't know what the units are for the boxes, but it's really not that far. So I'm just going to go... Whee! Boop! And... I'm just going to... build a walkway. Oh, one second. I want to see, what's this? What do we get from this? Anything special? Stone. Wonderful. Yep. Fall from the heavens like Master Chief and not take fall damage. You are correct. You know, it might behoove me to just put one of these massive structures here, because that's much easier to find. I feel like I'm pretty close, though. Well, I'm going to go right over to here for a minute. I feel like it's... This is all just looking the same, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to respawn. A+B on TikTok, how are you? Going the wrong way? Yes, going the wrong way. Uh-oh. There we go. Call elevator. Elevator go up, elevator go down. Now, theoretically, you know, there's hundreds of feet or hundreds of meters between where we are on the surface and those lava caves. So theoretically, somebody with enough determination could carve out underground a factory if they so desired. All right, so I gotta go south. Yes, there is a small percentage of Halo in this game. Yes, sure. Oh, I was kind of right. Cool. There's my walkway that I made. I had a feeling I had to go kind of like this direction, but I obviously wasn't exact. So we're just gonna make a big ass platform here. And part of the reason I'm making a big ass platform is because I need to start stringing some of these guys. Because what these personal elevators do is they bring high voltage down. And high voltage is sometimes needed for equipment to function. All right, so let us make my little path here. And there's my little monstrosity. It would be easier to get power down here with this elevator, because with high voltage, all I would need to do is make a transformer and put it on the foundation. I wouldn't have had to do that jumpy thing that I did with the blocks, but Ahab operates in mysterious ways, so. And you can see how much higher my freight platform is than the elevator I came in on here. Making some steps. Okay. And we have connected the sides. Now, one of the neat things about this is kind of similar to Factorio. As long as you hold power cable in your hands, you can... Oh dear. As long as you have the inventory for it, you can automatically just run along here and place your power poles. Hey, JJ Kedits, what's going on? How are you? All right, a little bit of a cut of the corner there. Fine. All right. And we're just going to bring this all the way. Oh. Structure blocked by height. Uh-oh. You know what that means, chat. Undo this. really don't want to fall down. Just because it's annoying, not because it, like, you die or anything. I can't tell you how many times I've died in Minecraft because I fell. Or, like, I was working my way along a cave and somehow dug a little too deep into a deeper cave. Yeah, that's always fun in Minecraft. All right, this one we're just going to go this way. And along the way, we're going to just reclaim our little bricks. This is called Foundry? Yes, it's called Foundry, Dante. All right, let me just reclaim Shift F. Oh, okay, cool. That's the first time I've really done that. I get it now. I get how it works. It's much more clear here underground than it is above ground. So you do that, you extend, oh no. Alright, so you go, Shift F is for bulk, like that, and you do that level. And then you click and it gives you a Z-axis, or a Y-axis, however you want to talk about it. And then you can just, you don't have to do that, you just do that. Cool beans, Fred. Alright. I like the distance that you can reach on these things. So I am going to put 2 of these bad boys in right here. 1, 2. What kind of power do they need? I guess technically they don't need any power because they're in lava. Okay. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. Let me see what the distance is on these things. So, input. Input there. Input there. Output on that one. Output on that one. Oh, you know what I could do? I could do this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then we use the long ones to do output. Yes. Much better, Ahab. Much better, Ahab. Then you just connect these just like this. This is one thing I really like, is that there is a little bit of gimmickiness to it, but it's also, there's just an ease to building things in this game, even though Dante, thanks for the likes on TikTok. I appreciate that. There's an ease to building that like Satisfactory doesn't have, frankly. Now, yeah, you can build all up in the sky and make all sorts of crazy shit, but I feel like it didn't have this distance ability. And Austin, I found out you can go backwards. You just had to hit a specific keybind to do it. All right, and it's pretty easy. Let me see here. Just drag that backwards as well. All right. Got a very rudimentary setup down there. Let us get rid of this stuff here. And then I will I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, cool. Boop, boop. All right, and we're up. Okay. Well, that's one way to do it. I wish there was an easier way to make steps, because steps are a very important part of the game when it comes to building conveyor belts, because you need to run the ramps with steps occasionally. Do. I have a feeling if I fell in the lava, I would die. But I don't want to chance it. I don't know if I actually have to do this, but it just feels like... Also, I don't know if I need to power these things. There is a screen on there, so let's just make this first. Let's finish what we were doing, Ahab. Two. All right, and then cool. Okay, and we have made our little. Now there are stairs in this game, and like I can make proper walkways on here, and I will eventually do that. But for the moment, no, just no. I have these building block things that are just, frankly, very easy to deal with. So, yeah. And then I'm just going to build out. Whoops. All right. Now we're on here. All right, so these don't need power because they're in lava, which is actually kind of neat when you think about it. And they're just waiting for an item. Oh, and there's a seamless connection between these two because they're literally right next to each other. Sweet. All right, now let's build the up. Boop. 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 No, Ahab. I will say that there are sometimes construction bugs with the way the game is designed at the moment. And that's okay. It's, you know, it still says it's an early access, right? So it's like, hey, you know, expect some issues, you know? Okay, and that's all I need to do there. Let's go down. Boop. Infinitely easier on... What? Wait. At least I thought it was easier. Good lord. And here's what I'm talking about. There's just some weird construction things here. Where, like, the auto detect is like, oh, you want to build that where? See, like, it wants to pull this conveyor belt off of something where I really don't want it to be. Cool. All right. Now, let me see here. The reason I made these lava smelters is because I need to start making Fermalite sheets, which in a lava smelter 1 takes 1 Fermalite bar and takes 6 seconds. Excuse me. All right, now we need to come back over here. Which one is it? This one is going that way. This one goes this way. Oops. Oh yeah, no. I did that right. This needs to make a right-hand turn. And then that's going in. Oops. I will say one thing that is annoying is you can't just replace a belt directionally. Yeah. Like in Factorio, you can just have a belt and rotate it and then replace it for the direction you want it to go. This one you have to pull the belt up. All right. Well, there we go there. Let's take the quick way up. I need to go back to the main spawn anyway. For various reasons. No, that's not where I want to be over here. Oop. Yes, there is some weird bot quest giver that's what he looks like. But he always ends up in the weirdest places. Very frustrating. R&D lab. Let me see here. You may say 1-to-1 project focus research yields focus yield 150% XP. Well, okay, cool. Right now, that's going to be transport bot. Because that's all I'm working on. And then, so what's cool is when you finally get an R&D lab, you get other things to... You get, like, experience points from selling stuff, or they call it tech points. Park City Motor, thanks for the likes on TikTok. Appreciate that. And you can increase the quality of the item you're selling. And it's each thing you sell, so it's not like limited. It's not like you get a point and you're like, oh, do I want to use it in heavy duty or transport? It's like, no, I'm selling transport bots. Transport bot gets its own XP, and you get production efficiency, production weight, and product quality. So like production weight, 25% reduction in weight requires less cargo shipped for transport, can be improved 4 times. So I'm going to leave it at 25% for now. I'm just going to go into efficiency and quality, because efficiency gives me more products per production and quality gives me better price for the stuff that I sell. So let's go back to station upgrade. I got 60 megs, so I can't do anything power-wise. How much Firmalite can I store now? Firmalite is 50,000. Good. I don't need to do Firmalite anytime soon. Let us expand our bay. Start. More ships means more trading. Alrighty. So now we're gonna come over here. Now this, I should just move this, frankly. Yeah, Ahab's gonna move this. Should I move it? What's going on here? No, actually what I need to do is... So the foundries that I built down in the lava tubes are for these things up here, the Firmalite bars. Firmalite bars are both a currency and a resource, which is just positively looting good. And if you can't tell, I'm being a little facetious. So, I'm going to leave... I'm gonna delete all this right here. And I'm gonna fix my spaghetti, aka my bus. So just like Factorio, in this game, when you have a bus, you need to leave some space, because the way you pull materials off is these splitters. And you can see there's a nice little strategy where you go down or up and move this material off to the side to make whatever you want over there. So, okay, that's much better. Then we will delete this guy and reline this up just because I'm nuts like that. Excuse me. All right. And similar here. Oops, nope. Can't do that. Ice cream and brownies. Ooh, that sounds delicious. All right. All right, so this is as far as my bus has gone for now. Oh. But I need to run this guy all the way over to that elevator we set up over there. Come on. There we go. Carry on my wayward son. Thankfully, we are higher than the conveyor belt over here. Oh, okay. Make up your mind. Spaghetti! Epic spaghetti. Alright, so we're going to bring this guy... Bring this guy over here now. I don't know how high I am there, but I know I'm at least 2 up. Oh no. Goodbye, desert tree. Alright, so we need to bring this guy probably to here-ish. Try this way. Line it up. Yes. Oh no! I need one more. Alright, I think we might need one more ramp too. No, that looks better. Yay! Okay, now we're getting bars down. And now we got to go in. I have yet to send anything down a freight elevator, so this is a first chat. Actually, wait a second. I want to make a small logistic container box here. Actually, I'll make another one too for when it comes up. Damn it. Oh, you know what I can do in a pinch? I need to get rid of the tree. Sorry, tree. We can do the box like this. I had it so nicely planned out, but this is just the way things go. You know? Go like that. And then we go out. Just to give myself a little bit of extra. Gives me a little bit of overhead. When this gets backed up, I get a little bit of overhead stored here so that back there, that ship isn't always coming and going. All right. And then we will go output. Just like that. Input. And 0. Oop. All right, so we can see the freight elevator sending stuff down. It's going to take a while because it has to go a long way down. But I have started one of the check boxes, so to speak, of getting into solid mid game is getting these things turned into plate, because these plates are required for a lot of stuff in the mid and late game. So I might as well start racking them up now. All right, we'll check back on this in a few minutes. Because I need to actually start making concrete. So I have the gravel, I have the cement. It's made in a casting machine. So let's just make 2 casting machines while I'm running over here. The problem is my cement is being made here. And I don't have any water close to it. Except for this gigantic lake, which there's my steam generation plant. And that's okay. I mean, it's not that difficult for me to run these products down to a place where it's easy to make cement. And I can very easily make what the heck? Oh, that's funny. So this is showing my pathways in the lava tube below. And it's showing my factories in the lava tube, in the lava cave below. That's kind of neat. That's I think that's actually really neat. And you can see the conveyor belts down low there. That's kind of cool. A little bit confusing with how levels and everything work here. Okay. Hangar Bay A Extension 3 complete. Oh, 12:09. All right, a couple more minutes and then we'll end. Because I really want to get green science at least to a point where I can hand make it or put the ingredients in something myself. Install high power antenna. Unlocks additional 3 sectors. Yes, why not? That way we can start taking over the world. All right, how high is this thing? Oh wait, I need more base. Base. 5. Just make a little walkway here. That's exactly what I was referring to, Lapone. Exactly. Bring this over here to the elevator. Boop. Let's fill this spot in here. And I feel like I can... Yeah, we can use this as a... Unfortunately, we're going to have to clear a lot of this out, but we can use this as like a science base here. Yes. Yes. All right, well, might as well just start building a... Just gonna go that way. We'll go back. We'll just make this a big thing first. And go back and destroy all the artifacts that make this terrain unique. Yeah, and then once we come over here, we're not that far from water. And that's what I need for concrete. All right, what do these things look like? Casting machines. Concrete and concrete slabs. All right. So what's funny is I haven't attached the steam generators at all to this. So maybe I should start doing that here. Let us make a transformer. And then just hand making it over here. It's going to drop that right there. Just put this right by the elevator. Because so transformers max out at 5 megawatts. Steam turbine is handling all of that right now. Or the transformer is handling all of that right now. I have 6 steam turbines. How much power does a steam turbine put out? 3.6 megawatts per steam turbine. Okay, so I could just always add another transformer at some point. I feel like I would want to make just like a central point. Hey Dent, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? Kokushibo, what's going on? How are you? Let me just come back over here. Oop. Go. Boop, 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 boop. Getting more base. Alright, we're gonna... No. There we go, just get rid of you. Thank you. Alright, now we're going to extend this guy out towards the water. Do do do. Buffer here so I can get these to go around. Clean this up. Because we can't have anything interrupting our factory floor, can we? Plus, we don't want to just, you know, randomly fall through a hole and end up in a difficult to get out of place. Not that it's that difficult in this place, in this time in the game, since they've given us a lovely easy out. All right, now we're just going to take this and go all the way over here and extend it just like so. A little bit further. A little bit further so we can get a little bit more out in the water here. Now, I don't know if water is like a finite resource. That would be nice to know. All right. I think we're out enough. So I'm going to put these two guys over here. Where? Alright, you know what? I need to make some pipe and investigate this because I don't know. Like, where does... It says it needs water. Oh, okay. That goes in. It goes in. Oh, up there. Whoops. Okay. So it needs 80 water a minute. How much is a pump? Why can't you tell me how much the pump pumps? I'm going to assume we need one pump per. And that might be a mistake, but so I need 2 pumps. I need to go back to my locker because I have a whole bunch of stuff that I might as well just use over there. See here. I don't need a smelter. I need that. I need that. Thank you. I need another liquid intake. Ooh, I just made 5. Nope, I don't want to make 5. Just need a second one. Thank you. I've got a good bit of pipe. Question mark? All right, we'll scale this up later. But I just want to get concrete made because again, trying to make this green science and I need concrete block stuff. So, pump. Alright, so these are 3. Panel goes there. Let's just make 1 for now, and we'll go from there. Pump. That's that. All right. Go. Okay, that's the simple one. I will say the one thing about this game that is very frustrating is trying to put pipes in place. It is perhaps one of the most frustrating things in this game. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know enough about the people who are racing the Indy 500 to give you a good answer on that, Lapone. I'm sorry. See, like, this is one of the construction things I really have an issue with. It should easily be able to tell that I'm trying to connect my pipe to that down bit. But no, it's left, right, around, top, bottom. Like, no! But, game. All right, now. Screw it. All right, so water's going up. Give myself some light back here, because apparently I need to do that. And you will be making that. I wonder if I connected this to high voltage. If I wonder if I connect this high voltage, if it would go faster. Let's just try that for a second. Wonder if it would operate like ridiculously fast at high voltage. Do I have to make a different one that's high voltage? Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. All right, well, let's bring that. I gotta get some more stuff, and we'll bring those items over here. Rookie Robert Schwartzman sits on the pole. Takuma Sato is a two-time winner, and Helio Castroneves has won the race 4 times. Picking short. It's been 41 years since a rookie sat on the pole for the Indy 500. The other 3 are Rick Mears, AJ Foyt, and Al Unser. He'll be the first and only 5-time winner of the Indy 500. That's interesting. How big is the field? Get rid of some of these floof items. Floof, 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 floof. That's it. Oh. Okay. All right, so we're going to come over here. And we are going to do an output for you. An output for you. Right. Get that loaded. I don't know why I kept these two separated like this. I guess that's just the way I did it. All right, so now we're going in. 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 Okay. What am I doing here? Sometimes my mouse lets go of things. Okay. Just for the sake of simplicity again, I'm going to put an out here, input there, do that. Hello, Ferdy. How are you? And then we will go like that. All right, so it takes 20 water per tick. This weekend also happens to have the NASCAR Coca-Cola 600 and the F1 Monaco Grand Prix. Together, the Indianapolis 500, this is the Triple Crown weekend, and as far as F1 goes, Ferrari actually looks strong this weekend in Principality. Monaco native Charles Leclerc has been the fastest in FP1 and FP2 and could be on track to not only take pole, but maybe win his home race for a second year in a row. I mean, Monaco's a crazy track, dude. It's a crazy track. Yeah, definitely want to make more concrete than this. That is slow. Slow. All right, everybody. I'm going to end stream here. It's 12:35. I'm going to go to bed in a little bit. I'll be back tomorrow with War Thunder. Hope to see you there. If I don't see you tomorrow, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, wonderful holiday weekend here in the States. Yeah, take care of yourself and loved ones. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I hope to see you at a future stream. Good night, everybody.